Hello Cruising World, Mick the Suit Guy with you. Today I'm going to give you a look at some of the new classes they have in the Carnival kitchen. Now these are available on Panorama, Mardi Gras, Celebration and now Jubilee as well. So you may have been on these ships before and been to some of the cooking classes. They're pretty straightforward. You go in there, you cook your food, you eat and then you leave around about an hour or so. When they very first started doing these back in the day on the Panorama, I remember we did a couple of these classes. The difference between these and the ones on board is that after these ones, you typically get to sit down afterwards and they'll bring you out samples of all the food you cooked. So you have a big meal afterwards as well. So these ones are more like $65 as opposed to the regular cooking classes, which are about $40, $45. At least that's the price today. Who knows what's going to happen with Carnival tomorrow? Price goes up on everything all the time. Anyway, so what I did is we went on the Mardi Gras in December. We just got back off Celebration in January. And between Julie and I, well, together, we went to 4 of the 6 cooking classes. And along with some of our friends, we got together on them all. So you'll see snippets of various guest appearances in these videos. I've gone through each of one and I've taken some snippets, to give you an idea of the feel of the Carnival kitchen, how you cook, what you cook, how the process works. One thing I will say, and I'll repeat this during the presentation, as it were, whatever the word is, be aware that you can book these in advance, but every one we've done except the Emeralds one was not even close to sold out, probably 50% full. When you get on board the ship, they do not show this in the hub to book. So, you're watching this video, you've got no excuse. You can go on and book it online now. But if for some reason you to get on the ship, you haven't booked it and you decide you want to do one, the only way to see is to go to Carnival Kitchen when someone's around and are always there and ask if there's any availability. Or you can go to guest services and ask to be put in touch with somebody to see if there's any availability for any of these classes. I do recommend them. Like I said, with the exception of Emeralds where we ate what we cooked, the rest of them, we all sat down afterwards. They brought loads of food out. We had a food coma. Brilliant stuff. So I recommend them. We had a good time. We're going on Jubilee in May, and we're going to try and do the last 2. So anyway, have a check this out. Like I said, a couple of minutes on each one, show you the flow, and see if you think you'd like it. Here we go. So if you're sailing on Panorama, Mardi Gras, Celebration, or Jubilee, and you want to do this, go to Specialty Dining on the cruise in your Carnival.com account. I recommend you select by filter the price high to low, low to high. That way it will just come up with all of the classes because they're all the same price. So you can choose from the Tiger Masala, the Orient Unknown, the Italian Elegant one. And you can see there's a Spanish one, there's a Latin infused one, and there's Emerald's favorites as well. So you can pick any of those you want to do. We did 4 of them, and I'm going to show you those little snippets of each one in a second. Once you select one, it will show you what date they are available on the ship. If that works for you and the time works for you, you can book it. You can add extra people if you want to and collect the money from them. That way you'll all be together in the cooking class, or you can just go see them on the day. So let's take a look at the classes. First of all, when you go into Carnival Kitchen, it's at the back of deck 6, right past Emeralds actually, and before you get to the Anytime Dining. The classroom will be set up like this, a station for each couple, 2 people to a station. If you do sign up as a single, they will typically put you together with that other single if there are 2 of you. But this one, it wasn't very full, as you can see. If you don't see it full, it won't be on the hub. Go to the kitchen when you get there and see if there's any availability if you did not book it in advance. So we're going to take you through the classes. This is the Orient Unknown first. So as you can see, here's the layout ready for you to go. And I'm going to show you just a few snippets. I'll let the music do some talking in the background there. I'm not going to talk over all this. You'll get a gist of how this whole thing works. They will send you an email afterwards. There was Stephen and Nicole, our friends. They'll send you an email afterwards with all the ingredients, all the menus and the descriptions of how to do it. You'll see that there's an iPad in front of you right there. And the chefs will walk around helping you. The iPad is concentrated on the actual chef's table. But if they see you need some help, they will come around and help you out. So let's just step back and I'll let you watch some of the highlights of cooking these classes. As you can see, they are very interactive. You get to taste each part as you cook them, but with the exception of emeralds, afterwards there was a full dinner set up on the table. You can see the background beyond Nicole there. You'll get to taste everything as you go, but I recommend you don't taste too much, because as you're going to see in a second afterwards, they give you all the food you cooked, again except emeralds. You just eat what you cook there afterwards. So taste it, but don't taste too much, because theirs will taste better. The chefs had taken the chicken away, they cooked it, and they brought it back during the class. So now you can unwrap it and see what you cooked. And this is allegedly the actual chicken we cooked. Or Julie cooked, because I just filmed. All right, there's the menu that we had for the evening. You can read that from top to bottom. That is what we cooked. I'm not even going to attempt to say half of those names. But again, you will get an email afterwards explaining to you exactly what it was you cooked, with instructions, ingredients, and all that good stuff. You should usually get it within a couple of hours of the class. So that's very, very helpful. And then, like I said, after the class, you will sit down and eat. These are the pictures, slightly different and a bit more involved than what we cooked as well in this particular one. So there was way more food that we could eat. This is why I recommend that you don't eat everything that you cook. Save it for afterwards, because theirs will likely taste much better. And there was a lot left over. So that's the first class. Now I'm going to show you some snippets from the Tiger Masala. Again, I'll just leave some highlights in the background. It's the same principle on all of these. There's Julie cooking away, me filming, doing nothing towards the cooking whatsoever. Again, there's the screen for the chef. If you can't follow what's going on, you can look in there, but most people just look up. And taste tests galore. Very good high quality ingredients, and we love it, Indian, we love Italian, we love Indian food. So this is a really good one for us. There you can see the chef in the background cooking away. Right now Julie's making samosas. There we go. Not the best looking ones, but they taste good. I didn't realize you cooked them in boiling water. And there you are, the cooked product. So this is what we cooked in the Tiger Masala class, the Indian class. There's all the courses. And again, you're going to get an email with all the ingredients, the menus and everything, how to cook it all afterwards. And as before, we sat down afterwards and we had a full meal. I took a video of it this time. As you can see, way more food than we could eat between us. There was loads left over, so don't eat too much of what you cook. $65 a class plus gratuities. I think it's really good value for the entertainment you get and the knowledge you get, and the taste of all this food afterwards is amazing. 2 more to go. We're going to show the Italian one. Same sort of thing, just some snippets. And there we have the original setup before we start cooking. As always with these, if you want to do some of these classes and you didn't book in advance, with the exception of the Emeralds class, there's Jerry and Wendy and Sean and Kelly. They came with us in this one. None of these were full, so you can just go in there. It does not show on the hub. So go into the class during the cruise and ask if there's any availability. If you didn't know about it or you found out about it on the cruise, you can do that. But if you're watching this video, Jerry's happy, then you know it's there and you can go online and book it. There's a likelihood they've just started doing these, so it'll probably start selling out very quickly once word gets around. So again, this is the Italian class, plenty of tastings. Jerry likes it. Kelly likes it. Sean loves it. Wendy was looking the other way. Yep, so just some little snippets here of what goes on in the court, in the class. They usually run about an hour or so. It looks like Jerry's dominating the cooking. Give Wendy a chance. And there's Julie on her own as usual because I'm just filming. Now we are making gnocchi. Look at the concentration, listening to the chef. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, these classes. You follow along with the chef, like I said. They'll come in and help you if you get stuck. They'll run about an hour. The first 3 I'm showing you, I'm going to show you the emeralds one more after this. On that one, we did not sit down and eat prepared food for us. We sat down and ate what we actually cooked ourselves. Not sure about what Jerry said. I'm not sure if Wendy liked it or not. We'll work on that one. And Julie listening avidly. So we are just dropping the gnocchi into the water to cook them, I think. There we go. So yeah, just a lot of fun, these classes. Like I said, I can't recommend them enough. It's a nice little break, something different to do on the ship, a good memory. A little bit pricey maybe, but I do think you get value for money. Last but not least, and this Italian one, we did some bruschetta. I'm gonna give you one more taste test from the other motley crew. What does Wendy think? She loves it. Jerry? Not to be a quiet one. And then Sean. I'm not sure what he's doing with that face. And then Kelly didn't even give me even. I'm assuming she liked it. Anyway, arancini, polo, alla cacciatore, whatever that is. Potato gnocchi and bruschetta is what we cooked in this class. And again, we sat down and they bought. Oh, there's my red can, my red stripe can. This is all the food they brought out for us afterwards. This was not it. They bought extra plates as well. So there's plenty of food for everybody that does these classes. Last but not least, I'm going to show you some snippets of the Emeralds class. Again, this one we ate what we cooked. We ate what we cooked. They didn't bring any extra food out, but it was relatively simple menus to follow. So we actually cooked the food. Well, Julie cooked the food pretty damn well, if you ask me. So I really did enjoy it. But again, this is your starting blocks, as it were, with all the food we're going to prepare. This class, we had Sean and Kelly again, and we also had Craig and Stacy. So we were well represented all week. So I got some different people to video and keep it more interesting than just videoing Julie and I the whole time. There's the chef in the background giving his instructions, and there's a little iPad. As you can see, it's probably just as easy to watch him. So you're just cooking everything the whole way. Tip for you: if you do this, you don't always have to stand behind the back. You can stand one in the back, one in the front. It'll make it a lot easier to cook that front pan. This was the one class that was sold out, but I think there's a maximum of like 12 people that can do these classes, 12 or so, so they're never that full. 2 to a station, like I said, and if they ever have singles, they'll typically put the singles together at a station. This particular day they had 2 singles. I think 2 people no-showed, so they gave them their own station. But if it is sold out, you will be put with somebody else. So yeah, you got the gist of all these videos. It's all the same basic thing. You're going to cook all the courses. You're going to eat all the courses. You're going to have a lot of fun doing it. You're going to learn a lot. They're going to send you the menus. They also give you a little gift afterwards. I won't spoil what that is. But let's just say we have quite a few of them. And we have still 2 left to do, which I'm sure we will do when we go on the Jubilee. And now we've already booked the Spain one. And there's one other one we'll probably add in there, so we can complete the set. Now this one, they had okra. You may have noticed at the beginning, if you don't like okra. I did notice afterwards that one of the other couples here, they didn't like okra and they substituted it with corn. So if you do see items on these menus and you really don't like them, just tell the chef and they will typically substitute something out for you. Craig and Stacy. Now there was a strawberry dessert. I want you to notice how Sean delicately, very delicately, puts the cream on. Kelly was allergic to strawberries, so she didn't get to eat the dessert. But yeah, not exactly dainty. Now Craig went for a much more subtle, dainty approach, much better looking. And I'm gonna throw it out there. Julie did a really good job with hers. At the end of this, I'll show you the difference between Julie's bowl and Sean's bowl, and I think you'll see the difference. So there's Julie, taking her time, and there's all the courses we made ready for us to eat afterwards. So yeah, it's fun. So this is the fourth of the 4 that we did. Nice little touches, and we got to eat all that. It was plenty of food, nice and filling. And relative. Oh, look, there's Sean. Oh, you look great, Sean. Yep, one final look. And I'll leave you with a picture. See if you can tell which one was Sean's and which one was Julie's. There's a chef checking on our work, or Julie's work. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. Alright, there you have it. Carnival Kitchen, that's the dinners. Again, slightly different than the cooking classes they'll typically do during the day. The Emeralds one we did at lunchtime on the Friday, which is probably why we didn't sit down afterwards and eat everything. The rest of them were all night class ones, so we sat down and ate everything afterwards. So if you want to go, I couldn't recommend them anymore. We had a lot of fun. We learned a lot. They sent the menus. They sent everything out to us really timely. Just something different, and a good time was had by all. So I recommend you go. I think you've seen enough for me not to have to go on. I've said enough for me not to have to go on, which I always do. But I will say, if you like this and you want to see more of these videos, subscribe to this little channel, click that little bell, and you'll get notification every time a new video comes out. Every Monday, I do a tips program show. So please send me your tips. I love to use them. I will warn you, I do not read them in advance. I read them live and react. So you have been warned on that. And if you have any questions, my email is coming up. Please feel free to ask me. If I do not know the answer, I probably know somebody that does, and I will get the answer for you. Hopefully. Can't guarantee it. Pretty confident I could, though. We'll see. Anyways, I will see you later, Cruising World. Any questions? Email me anytime. cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, mick@elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe. Thank you.